The MawMaw Murders. For years after San Francisco had been terrorized by random zebra murders, residents of the Chicago area were confronted with a similar nightmare. In a 4-month period of 1978, at least 10 persons were shot and killed in random, racially motivated attacks. As in San Francisco, all the victims were white, their killers black. Unlike the zebra case, however, the attackers claimed no trappings of religion. Chosen from the ranks of bitter, disaffected military veterans, they called themselves the MawMaw, after terrorists who slaughtered whites in Kenya during 1952-56, and racism alone was ample motive for their crimes. The gang's first victim was 19-year-old Michael Gershenson, a college student, shot in Highland Park on May 3, 1978. On June 20, Kathleen Fien, 16, was murdered by gunmen who invaded her Chicago home. The invasion technique was repeated on August 4, in Barrington Hills, where gunmen massacred Paul Corbett, his wife and daughter, and an elderly houseguest. One of the weapons used in Barrington Hills, a .30 caliber carbine, had also killed Michael Gershenson on May 3. William Richter, a soldier home on leave, was sitting in a pickup truck in Highland Park when several blacks attacked him on the evening of September 2. Wounded with 2 separate pistols, including the same weapon used to kill Kathleen Fien, Richter lived long enough to describe his assailants for police. James Davis, a truck driver, was fired on the same night, also in Highland Park, but managed to escape unharmed. The killers moved south on September 3, invading the home of Stephen Hawtrey and family, at Money, in Will County. As in the Barrington Hills massacre, Hawtrey, his wife and teenaged son were herded into one room, then shot execution style. One of the weapons employed was the same .25 caliber pistol used on Kathleen Fien and William Richter. Working through informants, homicide detectives had their suspects in the bag by mid-October. Several members of the MawMaw had defected as the group progressed from angry rhetoric to violence, and now they spoke freely about the group's original intent to combat racial persecution. In addition to the 10 Illinois murders, authorities speculated on possible connections with a home invasion at Grand Island, Nebraska, which left 2 victims dead and 1 wounded on September 9. Confined and charged with homicides in Illinois were 8 reputed MawMaws: Nathaniel Burse, 23, Michael Clark, 21, Garland Jackson, 22, Edward Moran, Jr., 23, Darrell Patry, 20, Donald Taylor, 21, his brother Reuben Taylor, 22, and Robert Wilson, age 18. The Taylor brothers, Burse, and Clark all boasted records of arrests for auto theft, assault, armed robbery and weapons charges in Chicago. Burse and Moran were found strangled by persons unknown in their Lake County jail cells on June 13, 1979. Conviction on outstanding charges sent the other MawMaw trigger men to prison for life. See also, Death Angels, Zebra Murders.